Hey casuals, TehNoobcake here, and this is my third episode of the Path to Endwalker side quest series for Shadowbringers on Final Fantasy XIV. We have 3 zones left, which will be the Tempest, Raktika, and Ilmeg. I had a check because they say somewhere in this video that it may be that Tempest ends up as in one of the other videos because of how little quests I have there. I went there and counted, and I feel like it would still be enough to prompt its own episode. So these will still be 3 more episodes left to go. If you, as you're watching on the YouTube, please subscribe if you like our content. It means you'll get notified of more of our content. We put all of our VODs from our podcast and any of the series I'm doing there. And my friend Logix puts some of his stuff on there as well for you to find. If you haven't already, please go follow on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/prettycasualgaming. If you follow us there, that's where I upload most of my content. Well, upload is where I stream most of my content because I'm primarily on Twitch more than I am on YouTube. You'll actually get more content there from me than you will on the YouTube because of me having stuff that is just specifically for that service. We have reached affiliate now, so you'll get channel points and be able to partake in stuff there and stuff like that. We have a Discord, which is in the description as always, as will our Twitch more than likely be. So if you want to find us, you can find us there. And by the time you're seeing this, I will be in Lincoln, which means my streaming schedule might be a little weird. Backgrounds will be a little different, noises and stuff like that, because I have to accommodate for being at a friend's house. Other than that, thank you for watching this video, and please leave a like or dislike or comments and stuff like that as always, and just enjoy in general. And we shall begin our side quests. I'm thinking there's a lot here today, so what we'll probably do is do all of these and all of these, probably add that into it, then take a break, and then do all of these remaining ones. So we'll go in a U shape, a reverse U shape, and yeah, let's go. Such a pretty ring, almost too precious to sell, almost. We will ask a friend of my father's how much it is worth. He is a good man, we can trust him, well as much as we can trust anyone that my father would call a friend. Anyway, let us meet in Mordsuk. Once we are done, we can discuss your reward. Anything sweeter than a handful of shinies is a purse full of jinglies. One thing I found out today is these things here, as you just saw, eventually, if you just look at them, explode their tail and it drops water on them, and then they pick up a new rock for their tail. And I only found that out today because I've never stayed in this area long enough to actually pay attention to that. Gun, very close he is, this way. I love how we flew all the way here just to move that way. Couldn't you have just gone that way in the first place? I decided to go for machinist for today's run because I thought the kind of semi-western cowboy duelist kind of look would go well with the deserty area. Don't question my logic. What have you got for me today? I am not sure, but it is a very lovely shiny. Here, take a look. Let me see. My word, this is exquisite. Judging by the sigil, I'd say that this originates from Nabath Araeng. You'll need to find an expert in that period to ascertain its true value, though. You mean you do not know? Sorry, Gun, but the chap with a cart near the south gate might be able to help. White hair, smells of cabbage. Then we shall ask him. Thank you for your kind advice. Smells like cabbage, eh? He should be easy to find in that case. The closer I'm getting to these side quests being done, the closer I am to wishing Endwalker was just here already. It's too long of a wait. May I help you? Please tell us what this old ring is worth. Ho ho, I have not seen one of these in a very long time. Well, what is it? This is no simple ring. See that sigil? Used to seal letters it was. The owner must have been someone quite important, but you'd best speak with Jamail if you want to know the knowledge, if you want to know who it belonged to. If you want to know about quests and such, he's the one to ask. Gah, not again, I just want my jinglies. Hopefully Jamail will be the last one we have to ask. I have doubts. Never mind, I do not have doubts. Unless there's more to this quest than this quest. Good luck. This guy looks from the back like this is Ilbert if he ever grew up and got old. If he wasn't so sloppy. Now what could you two spry younglings need from an old man like me? We want to know how much we can get for this signet ring. Please tell us, the suspense is killing me. I need to put my glasses on. I always do these side quest streams and forget how much they hurt my eyes. Where did you get this? It belonged to a Malik of Araeng. Oh, that sounds very valuable indeed. So, how much? To a historian, it is priceless. In all likelihood, there is only one such ring in existence. Though I am afraid that to the layman, unversed in ancient sigils, it is worth no more than any other signet of a similar age. Anyone in the Araeng with even a modicum of wealth would have had one bearing their mark. So it is priceless, but also not worth very much. I am confused. It looks like we will not be rolling in riches after all. I'm very sorry to have dragged you around Mordsuk for nothing. But as we always say, no such thing as a thing no one needs, and hard work is its own reward. Something like that anyway. While your corn purse may be no heavier than before, you have learned an important lesson, at least I think so. I love how it's like, you're not going to earn any money, and more than likely I earned some money from that. Yeah, look, you obtained 888 gil. Told you there'd be more to this. Now that business with the ring is over, I should rest, as I said I would. Then your promise to my father will be fulfilled. Actually, there is something I should like to discuss with you. I am in no rush, however, so let us speak again after your repose. Ah, my curiosity. It is piqued. Please, you must tell me now. I can rest while I listen. Oh, well, if you insist. I would like you to help me search for more relics from Araeng. If my suspicions are correct, I know where many such artifacts are waiting to be uncovered. I base this claim on my knowledge of a route chosen by the Malik when he led his people's exodus from the Flood of Light. Although many tried to take their most prized possessions with them, it soon became apparent that such burdens would only hinder their escape. Each household discarded their personal treasures one piece at a time. By following the exact path travelled from Araeng, you would be able to unearth many more priceless treasures. What say you? Will you lend me your aid? Of course, and now that I have finished resting, I am ready to start digging. You are quite sure? I am. Shulk, you should come too. You have already found one of these shinies. Maybe you can find some more. You will be amply remunerated? You will be amply remunerated for your efforts, even if there are no profits to be made from the sale of the items themselves. I too am a proponent of the motto, honest pay for honest work. We should go before my father tries to stop me. Honestly, there's no such thing as working too hard. Oh, wait, where are we going? The first location is to the east of the inn at the journey's head. Allow me to lead the way. Let's go, boys. I want something with music. Perfect. Thailand! I didn't do a count. I am ashamed of myself. As I recall, there should be a few artifacts scattered around this area. The first items to be discarded were those of little value or simply too cumbersome to be carried over long distances. However, we can assume that many were buried so they could be recovered later. Therefore, it seems logical that landmarks such as large outcrops and so forth would be used to indicate their position. Less talking, more digging. I want to find shinies. Yes. Slandy. Lots and lovely shinies over here. What have you got? Oh, a great big shiny. Is this a dinner plate? Jemile, what's this? 'Tis a shield, moron. A heraldic shield. The 5 coins above the castle represent each of the great houses of Araeng. Coins? Is that because they were rich? Precisely. The capital attracted trade from across Northrant, and much of the wealth found its way into their coffers. Such a booming economy was not built overnight, however. Although Araeng was largely established by humans, the harsh desert environment meant that oh my god. The harsh desert environment meant that they had to rely on the aid of neighbouring peoples. It was the Maud who taught them how to safely traverse the barren plains, methods for finding subsistence and much besides. They were also respected partners in the matters of commerce. The Nabath owed a great deal to your ancestors, Gungun. I never knew. History is all around us if we know where to look, which reminds me, the next location I would like to search is not far from here. This way, if you please. Hey Carl, look at your snazzy little icon next to your name. You have been VIP'd, my friend. I have reason to believe that the more artifacts are resting beneath these ruins, that more. Please take the utmost care with any that you discover, as some may be fragile. Yeah, you got siblings now, Chief. Gungun. Nothing but bricks and sand. Have you had better luck? Sand cake statue. I know what this is, a decorative Maud's head sculpture. Making these is one of our many traditions. But what is it doing here? We may surmise that it was once kept in the pristine palace of Malik. It once housed tokens of friendship from allied peoples. That the Malik brought such gifts so far from the Araeng is proof of their cultural significance. However, when the Nabath and the Maud first came in contact, there were many disagreements. I do not understand. We Maud hate arguing. The art of negotiation is another one of our many traditions. Yes, I dare say that was a decisive factor in these disparate peoples finding common ground, and yet the Maud live on while the Nabath are no more. Hopefully we will uncover yet more valuable insights to the past at our final excavation site, and may I say your work thus far has been nothing short of exemplary. Please save your thanks for when we have finished. There is much still to be done, more treasures to be found. I need to check something quick on that. Thank you. I want to dig. Where is the next spot, Jemile? West from here, close to the Nabath Severance. Then what are we waiting for? Must hurry, must hurry. We must hurry, guys. One more minion battle and I buy the hairstyle. Oh, grats, Sandy. Is that so that you can look like World of Warcraft Laradina? Boom, 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 boom. I sense. Oh, I thought I saw purple around this. I thought it was going to get to battle. You'll have to come and show me once you've got it, Slandy. You'll have to photobomb the stream. Nothing yet, but every handful of dirt I sift brings me closer to the shinies. Gun, there is something I would like to ask you. Yes, I am listening. Working, but listening. Why do you go to such lengths to help me? You have had barely a moment's rest since we first began, yet you set about your digging like a man possessed. What can I say? I love to work, that is all. Maybe that is not such a good answer. I mean, I am a Mord of Mordsuk. This is our way. Is that so? No such thing as a thing that no one needs, and you need these treasures, yes? Then I will find them for you. Helping each other, helping outsiders, it makes no difference. A job well done is a source of great pride for Mord. Now I see why the Nabath valued your ancestors' friendship so highly. Oh, I have found something. Don't know how they did that, just looking at this thing for ages. A tube. Wait, there is a lid. Let me open it. Ah, something is inside. Jamail, what is this? Yeetus, beatus, deletus. Where did he go? How curious. But I wanted to show him the treasure of all the times to go for a stroll. Can you go and look for him? You will see further from higher ground. I will wait here and guard the relic. Motherfucker just yeeted out on us. I love how, like, she's meant to be looking for more over high ground, so I'm assuming over this way. But instead, she's looking at that wall. Jamal is nowhere to be seen. You had best report your findings or lack of to Gun. I would love to know how this is a wolf. It looks more like a hyena of some sort. So what happened to him? You do not know? Oh, this bodes ill. Ill indeed. While you were gone, I inspected the treasure. Inside was a scroll which shows the Nabath royal family tree, and the last Malik's name was Jamail. Which can mean only one thing, but he is really the last Malik's ghost. He must have needed someone to find his final treasure so that he could pass into the afterlife. We must inform Father. If there are ghosts wandering around, he needs to warn everyone. Nope. Nope. Oh, we are having no luck right now. That'll do. Yeah, bum 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 dum bum bum dum bum 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 bum. Right, let's do a count whilst we're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So assuming none of sight are quest lines, which they probably are, that's 12 for the first half. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So the second half will be longer than the first half. I am not sure what father will make of these goings on, but I must tell him what we saw, or rather, what we did not see. Cutscene! Just give me un momento, I am getting pinged. Shulk, you've been assisting my son with his work, yes? This is true, father, but we have grim tidings. Master Gengen, might I have... Ah, there they are. Whatever is the matter? Do not come any closer. Excuse me? Keep away from me, spirit. That face is great. I beg your pardon. I may be rather long in the tooth, but I'm still very much alive, I assure you. So you came to the conclusion that I was the ghost of the last Malik on the basis that we have the same name? Perhaps we had best put this misunderstanding down to an overactive imagination. Jamail IX of the last Malik was my grandfather. I was named after him, which makes me Jamail X. So you are the Bath royalty. It makes sense now, I think. But why did you disappear like that? I tried to tell you that I was going to return to Mord Suk to prepare your reward, though it seems that you did not hear me. All that scrambling around in the dirt must have drowned out my voice. Oh, sorry about that. I will listen harder from now on. In any case, I am incredibly grateful to the both of you. I have learned much of my people and their exodus from the flood. But there must be many, many more shinies for us to find. And that is not all. I want to know more about the history of the Mord and their friendship with the Nabath. It is my duty as a future leader of the Mord Suk. We cannot leave the treasures buried under the desert, or let the stories of our ancestors be forgotten. Let us work together to unearth the past. Master Gengen, you have raised a fine son. And he will be the great leader one day, if he can avoid working himself into an early grave. Gun, there are many relics waiting to be discovered, but there is no need to rush. They will not crumble away to nothing while you are resting. Come, we have much to discuss. Oh, Gun, where are your manners? Shulk, I am sorry. He has forgotten to express his gratitude. Please allow me on his behalf. Thank you. But I was wondering, between all that digging, did he find time to rest? That's kind of a sort of thingy. Have you managed to change your hair yet, Slandy? Right, we should do this one next. The shiver down the spine. What's up, Slandy? You'll have to come and show me. You there, kind traveller, strong traveller, the younglings are in danger. Big scary creatures, they look hungry too. Please, you must hurry to Samael's backbone, east from here. Quickly, there is no time. Are we ready for death, guys? Got him. And here comes the death. I am become death. Do not eat me, mud fur, very hard to swallow I hear. Tickle your belly it will. We are not dead? Oh, you saved us, that's why. 1,000 thank yous. Great Samuel, we are truly sorry. I never thought I would be so happy to not be dead. Many thanks, stranger. I thought I saw a certain Mr. Slandy man. Come hither. That certainly does remind me more of Lavadina from WoW. You may have a hug. And now I must away. More. Ifrit horse away. You did it. These two have a lot to answer for though. You see, those bones once belonged to a mighty Samiel whose ghost still roams the plains. A lot of silly younglings go there to prove their bravery, but there are things much more dangerous than wandering spirits, oh yes. I wish it was a ghost that I had met instead of those horrible brutes. We will not be going back there anytime soon. Speak for yourself, I was hoping to meet the great Samiel, so I went to try it again. And I would not have the others calling me a coward for running away. To tell the truth, I did the exact same thing when I was their age. It is something of a tradition. This is one of the ways we learn to fear and respect the desert, but also how we find the courage to face its many dangers, though on this occasion I think we would be too young and short of a village were it not for you. Mordsuk thanks you, traveller. I mean, honestly, Lara, I feel like some of the more low-level armor might suit Lavadina more if you're trying to build that Crusader-looking Lavadina from WoW. I'll link you some stuff after I'm done streaming. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work. No experience is Harry. Alrighty, the doodle. You'll do. Here for work, are we? Good, good. Honest pay for honest work. That's my motto. Your timing could not be better. I have a job for you. Take this package to my client, who is outside the village to the south. Maud Fellow. You will know him when you see him, probably. Now listen carefully. You must not peek inside, no matter what. Is that clear? Good. Now off you go. Because you haven't been doing side content, Slendy. You've just been so focused on the main story. Now you're starting to do more side content and beyond more. I love that setup to that song. Ah, there's the parcel getter. Lol. Bye. Death. You were not supposed to fight back. Not fair, not fair. Our job was to steal the package, not to hurt anyone, I swear. As for Taskmaster, yes, he will tell you everything. Thanks, Mally. Welcome to the first affiliate stream, Mally. We now have affiliate things. And I'll be doing the full announcements of stuff about that at the end. Is there a problem? Still looking for the client, are we? He seems to be... Alright, yeah, I had to doubt him. You will never be... I'll tell you what I will do for you, Mally. I'll tell you what I will do. If I can figure out the... That didn't work. Sandy, what is the message thing for this? Is there a problem? Still looking for the client, are we? Alright, yeah, I need to... It is... Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. I did it wrong. How do I remove that? I'm a moron. Sandy, is that you on... Yeah, thank you. Is that you on the main thingy? Ah, okay. Right, let's do this properly then, whilst you're doing that for me. Thank you. No, stop! I can explain. The truth is, there is no client, and the package is full of nothing but rocks. Not expensive ones either, just rocks. I hire people to deliver the parcel, and another group of thugs to steal it. When they return to me empty-handed, I demand compensation for the loss of my wares. No blood spilled, just coin changing hands, that is all. Please, boss, no more. This is too complicated, too dangerous. You're right, there must be easier ways to make money. We need something that requires less effort, less risk. Kind traveller, will you accept this as an apology? And maybe no one needs to know about this, yes? Yeah, I would have thought I'd have to do the authenticating. I can English. Have you managed to do it yet? And if so, I shall Sorry, I was reading something again. I'm getting assaulted with stuff. What's taking him so long? Who, you ask? It's my little one. He has gone on his first errand to the Red Sarai, and I am worried sick about him. Anything could have happened. It is hot and dry, and there are gigantic tenders that might try to squish him. I must do what I can to see that he arrives safely, but he would be so embarrassed if he knew I had been helping. Maybe you could do it. Yes, that would work. Do you know the long bridge northeast from here it is? Take this regular powder and scatter it on the big rock on this side of the ravine. It may be a bit more further up road. Why, you ask? Simple. We Maud use aromas like this to wake us up when we are sleepy or tired. Once my son smells this, he will have no trouble reaching the Red Sarai. Oh, and could you give us a letter to Famoff? I know it is a lot to ask, but if anything were to happen to my son, I would never forgive myself. Thanks, Ultima. Mally, Sandy has requested that you write something in the stream. I'm here trying to frickin'... There we go. There you go. Look, Mally, now your little VIP symbol. Yes, we are on Omega. I do not hide my current world because no one gives a damn about me enough as a streamer. You are never been a mod, Mally. I do not trust you. What's that? Something for me? From Gingen, eh? Something, my boy. Something, hard worker. God, this handwriting is abysmal, but I think I get the gist of it. It seems like he's gone out of his way to help his son, though it's probably a bit unnecessary. From what I've seen, he's quite capable of taking care of himself without being mollycoddled. Having said that, it's hard not to be moved by this gesture of his. I know that family means a lot to the Mord, more than we give them credit for sometimes. I'll see his son gets fair treatment, don't you worry. And it only seems right that you be rewarded for your hard work in maintaining relations between us and the Mord. Here, this is for you. Oh my god. That Gingin worries about his son more than is healthy. For either of them, but perhaps I'm not so different. I had to leave my daughter behind in the Crystarium while I oversee trade with Mordsuk, and I've not been back for some time. I'd like to send her a gift to let her know that we haven't forgotten about her. Only thing is, I've no idea what young women are interested in these days. I'd ask for others, but I don't want them to think I'm doting on her. I was wondering if you could find out for me. Lorette over there has a daughter about the same age as mine. I expect she'll know what would make for a decent present. It's not that I'm saying I don't trust you, Manly. It's just that I don't trust you. A gift for a young lady. Let me guess, Famoff sent you to ask me, didn't he? We all know how much he misses that girl of his. He tries to put on a brave face, but deep down he's a big softie. Sandy, why are you still on Pretty Casual Gaming? Anyway, in answers to your question, the Mord make the most beautiful jewellery from precious stones and valuable relics excavated here in Araeng. I bet you don't see many of those around the Crystarium. How about something like that? Slandy. Mally stole Hydrate off you, Slandy. Mord jewellery, I'll admit that never would have occurred to me, but it's a fine choice. From what I recall, Gingin deals in wares like that. If I write a letter to him, would you be so kind to deliver it to Mordsuk? I'll leave the particulars to him, since I don't know the first thing about gems and whatnot. Oh, and by the way, you don't suppose Lorette cottoned on you, do you? Bloody hells, nothing gets past her. I might as well ask her myself next time, but I appreciate your help. I'll just be back in a sec, guys. You're gonna want to cut that out in editing, Slandy. I thought that someone had banged at my wall on the floor or something like that because I've been too noisy. Most people are asleep, so I let the cats in and made myself a coffee. I have a feeling it was just my bottle falling on the floor. Maybe it might jump though, I'll tell you that. Right, let's go back. I would join you for your daily roulette, Slandy, but I'm in the middle of this now. Huh. I'm really hot now from doing that. Oh, welcome back. I take it everything went well with Famoff. Aletha,
Mumble. Jewelry, daughter, Quistarium. I see, yes, I know just the thing. The scavengers have found some nice necklaces we can use. Old, but shiny. I'll have it ready in a jiffy. My son can take care of the delivery. Before I forget, please accept this payment for all of your hard work. You have certainly earned it. Almost cleared this little area. Slandy, do remember that if you use /tell on me, I don't see it because I have to move to my general tab. It's safe at the moment, but I don't trust that, and I won't pay attention to the whisper sound a lot of the time. A traveller, a nice life if you can get it. Me, I'm working for Phil Till, heartless bastard. Gives me a weekly quotas. I meet them, I get paid. If not, I get nothing. Not much incentive to go above a quota, but just meeting it's got me a run ragged. Still, I'm in no position to complain. If anything beats starving to death. Thing is, I'm down to my last couple of gil, and I won't survive another week if I don't meet the quota. To make things worse, I've hit a dry spell, and there's no chance of making it in time. But if I can distract him with a few sand wrigglers, his favourite snack, he might let me off the hook. Please help me look for some, I beg of you. Thank you, friend. I knew you weren't the sort to ignore the pleas of a desperate man. Anyway, we had best be off. I'll see you outside. Now, you might be wondering how we can coax the little buggers out of hiding. With explosives, of course. They're supposed to come crawling in droves wherever there's an earthquake, so we'll make one of our own. I'll head east, so you go south. Let's meet back here once we've caught a few of the slimy sods. A lot of people in Shadowbringers seem to be obsessed with explosions. I will say that for sure. I'd like some fights really. Shame. I was hoping sand wrigglers would be actually like massive worms that we have to fight. And then mulch them down into food. I take it the wrigglers were feeling cooperative. How did you find so many? Some people have overlooked. Ooh, thanks for the subscribe with Prime, Devin. You're my first subscriber, that is fantastic. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. I am so happy to have reached affiliate. Like, obviously partner is the next goal really, but right now I'm just kind of chilling in the fact that I now have all these things now open to me, like channel points and making people VIPs and all that shit. Like, it's crazy to me. I have to thank a lot of Rick, you know, Rick, Tater and you and my Uwu Static and all that lot, because they've really helped me just push up and up. Yeah, it feels great. Anyway, let's go and see if this is enough to persuade the old curmudgeon. If all goes well, there might even be something in it for you too. The funny fact is that I actually don't know a lot of how the money system works with subs and stuff like that, so Slandy will have to explain it all to me at a later point because I haven't got a clue, but thank you so much for that. That is so nice to see. I'll be looking since I'm at work, but I want to do that for you. It really means a lot, Devin. Thank you so much. And please enjoy the stream. I had a bit of a setback and... pitiful, spare me your excuses. You failed me for the last time. Wait, I bought these for you. For me? Oh, you're too kind. So juicy, so wriggly. Yes, yes, very nice. I never knew you had such talents. Very well, I'm willing to overlook the quota on this occasion. Thank you, boss. If that's all, I'll be off. Stop! These sand wrigglers are a lot more pleasing than the usual junk you bring me. From now on, you are my chief worm collector. Consider it a promotion. Same rates, of course. Not what I had in mind. Beats being penniless, I suppose. I don't know how I'll fare on my own, but I appreciate you helping me today. I know, right? I think, in typical mocking Sandy fashion, Vidarin deserves one of these. Oh, the bot didn't... There we go. Good old oofs. Oofs to the max. We need a redeem that's just a massive oof that comes over the screen. And then we need to get a voice sample of Sandy saying oof on one of our podcasts. Sinner, over here, you have seen fruiting gigantenders nearby, yes? Very aggressive they are. We molds stay away from them, but someone like you, yes, I have an idea. You are healthy, strong. I have a favour to ask. Bring me chunks, big chunks of their flesh. Go east from here and you will find them, or they will find you. You shall be rewarded if you do as I say. Quickly now. Hey Fredneck, welcome to the stream. I will call it out to all the people who are here. It's thanks to Fredneck here that we reached affiliate last night. He was the 50th follower that got us the affiliate achievement. So thank you to Fredneck Teddy for that follow that got us over the edge. And this will be going on YouTube after some time, so eventually you will... That's a permanent. Everyone knows now. Boom, dun, 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 dun. Never seen one of the baby ones before. That's kind of cute. I should really work on getting the minion of that, because there is one. You just have to do fates around here. But I doubt anyone wants to see me do fates on stream. Well, probably once I've finished all my side quests and got my triple triad mount, which I am. Give me a sec. I am this card, and this card off getting the triple triad mount. Then I'm working on Unreal mount. You have it? Show me, show me. And then I think I'll probably work on fates to go get all the minions that I need from each of the fate zones. You have done very well. Done well, very well. This is not for mauled mouths, no, it's a fine price this will fetch though. Sinners like you enjoy the flesh of the little ones. The big ones, not so much. Yes, little ones are good for selling, but hard to catch. Hard to kill, but not so difficult for you it seems. Here, take these shinies. Well, that's all of them done. So we got these, then a break, then these, then these, then these. And then any that pop up during said period of time. I really like this wave of the light being like crystallized and shit. I think it looks really cool. Let's see, which one first? Well, first things first, we need to get an Amaro keep, because I don't like having them have that over the head. And then this one, because we're doing north to south. Psst, do you have a moment? Please, keep this to yourself, but one of my men has been acting strangely of late. As I am sure you can appreciate, there are certain things that the guards here, myself included, may not wish to discuss openly. I had hoped that you, as an outsider, might be able to find out what is troubling him. He is currently stationed a short distance south from here. If you could lend him your ear, I would be most grateful. Little kitty. I feel like this whole thing would go more efficiently if I just picked up multiple quests at once, but then I wouldn't like follow the story and that would bother me more. So I could do the streams faster, but I'd just get less out of it myself, personally. What brings you all the way out here? So you've been talking to Renric. Well, if you must know, I was thinking about leaving this place. It was all getting too much for me, and I felt like I was losing my mind one day at a time. Me and one of the others were planning on making a clean break, putting the inn behind us. But after seeing you and Alizé, I changed my mind. I'm staying here, at least for the time being. Could you give a message to my friend? He's the one I was going to run away with. A galgant chap. I'm not sure exactly where he'll be, but the watchman southeast of the inn should know. Tell him that I'm staying. I'd go myself, but I can't abandon my post. Please, I've got to let him know. I feel like your post would probably be met better being up here. Oh, look at that. Get that whilst I'm here. See? That's where you should look out. At some point within the next month or so, I plan on getting myself the Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 1 and 2 games. Now, I probably won't be streaming them as actual streams, but doing them as lurk streams, and I will probably be doing that a fair bit between whatever I decide to do as series, just because I love skateboarding in real life, and so it's just something I can enjoy myself whilst also doing lurk streams for people to partake in. Galgant bloke on patrol, you've just missed him, I'm afraid. Said he wanted a breath of fresh air, so he went for a stroll. I tried telling him he has no fresher up there than it is here, but would he listen? Would he bollocks? Anyway, last time I saw, he was heading north. I love how the word bollocks is in this game. I don't know if I'll be doing Battlefield 2042 lurk streams. I feel like it really depends how the I'm going to say this before I continue. It really depends on how the crossplay works, because obviously the game is crossplay. If the crossplay works where I can have the mic audio through the game, I will probably have, not so much as a series stream, but I'll probably have it as an actual stream, wherein I obviously pay much more attention to chat and all that kind of stuff. The main reason I do lurk streams is because they're so that I can be in voice with the people I want to play with at the time, or just whilst I'm playing a single player game I can chat to people. And I feel like because I'm not, you know, using proper headsets, I'm not paying as much attention to the chat, that I call them lurk streams, because then I can just, people can come in, they can lurk, they can say something, and I can respond when I notice it, less so that I'm actually trying to actively pay attention to everything that's going on in the stream. Whereas with Battlefield 42, if I can talk to people through the game, I won't have to worry as much, which means I can have my proper headset on, I can enjoy the game properly, I can speak to the people I need to speak to, and I can pay attention to the stream at the exact same time. So it really depends on how the crossplay is for Battlefield 2042. But I will definitely be doing streams of it, well, be they lurk or normal. I remember you, one of Alizé's friends. Staying? I thought so, that's why I left by myself. Reckoned I'd get a bit further before being attacked by beasts though, just my bloody luck. Can you tell him I went alone, that I got away? Wouldn't want him to blame himself. It's my own fault, he was set on staying, but I talked him into leaving. I should have listened. Well, he dead. No. No. That's gonna be a big negatory for me. Could I have one with music, please? Right, this happens then. Just to give Calzone PTSD if they're still watching. I thought that was someone mounted up then. I had that as a mount. So, did you give him the message? He's gone. When you say it like that, it sounds almost as if... Oh, I see. Still, I stand by my decision. It is the right thing to do, I know it. Come to think of it, Renrick is probably wondering what's going on. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind speaking with him? I swear that dude had to stay at his post at last, he said. Look. I have it too. Yeah, boy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. La, 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 la. Is that so? It is better than both of them being killed. We should be thankful for small mercies. In any case, I appreciate what you have done for us. Boom. Wolfert next. Excuse me, but I was wondering if you could help. One of the merchants from Mordsuk is on his way, bringing much needed supplies. The problem is the wares we are offering in exchange have yet to arrive. If it were anyone else, they could have been persuaded to wait, but this particular Mord has a reputation for being extremely impatient. He has even been known to call off deals over the smallest of quibbles. I'd be grateful if you could find out what's caused this delay. While you search for the porter, I'll try buy some time. Many thanks. The delivery is expected to come from the southwest. Godspeed. Oh, Slendy, are you still here? Sorry, didn't see you there. Is there something you want? Yeah, when we're done, make sure to download the VOD before it gets muted. Wolfert sent you? Bloody hells. Am I that far behind schedule? Anyway, these sacks contain our half of the deal. Well, maybe a bit more than that. I got carried away and bought too much to carry by myself. It's a miracle I made it this far. Do you think you could help me cover the last stretch of the journey? Not far to go now, and these things are heavy, so watch your back. Remember, bend the knees. Ah, it's one of these quests. Wow, wow, look at my strength. Wow, I'm so strong. Be gone. Please don't attack me. Be gone. Get off. Sandy, save me. Good job, Sandy. Oof. Late, late, late. If your friend did not pour such delicious tea, I would have taken my wares back to Mordsuk. Next time, you won't be so lucky. That was a near thing. If ever I saw one, I dread to think what we'd do without these supplies. Although I must say I didn't expect that you would end up carrying the goods here yourself. That sack was full of adobe bricks, you know. Considering that they're only made from clay mixed with water and straw, they last an incredibly long time. Even those excavated from the ruins are still perfectly adequate for building work. In fact, the Mord plan to use them in repairing their windmills. Still, bricks are bricks, far from the easiest things to carry over long distances. Perhaps next time we'll send more than one person to transport them. Now that I think about it, this whole thing was very poorly planned. We're lucky we had you to help us on this occasion. Hopefully it won't happen again. I need to finish my thingy. Thank you, Berry. Thanks for joining. Thank you for thank you for the congratulations. Pal English. I need a bloody bigger cup. That's what I need. You're one of Alice's friends, aren't you? I hear you lot have a knack for putting down troublesome beasts. It's about time I had a battle quest. I'm not sure if that includes the supernatural, but walking courses known as Gilman. I'm assuming that's meant to be corpses and that Square Enix have Mr. P. Square, you've Mr. P. Known as Gilman have been running amok outside of the south entrance. They grab anyone who wanders too close and drag them under the sand. I almost fell victim to them myself when I was lucky to escape. Thing is, I dropped my mother's pendant as I fled, and I'll do anything to get it back. She was a patient here, you see, and it's all I have to remember her by. Luckily, we have found that enchanted darts shot from a blowguns and the Gilman back to whichever hell they crawled from. My plan is to rush in and grab the pendant while you shoot those undead bastards from a distance. So will you help me? No, I want to actually kill him. I knew you would. Come on, let's get this over with. I swear, man. Look, I've cleared half a fucking area almost, and I still haven't got full battery. There is something wrong with that. I hold contempt. I'm fairly certain I dropped my pendant by those ruins over there. As soon as I've found it, I'll race back to the inn. In the meantime, I'll need you to keep the Gilliman off my back. Here goes nothing. And then it's going to give me the little frickin' yeah, this. I already know how to use the blow dart. Pop. 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 Well, that was far too easy. As if there's only, I was expecting it to be like a wave after wave after wave thing, not a kill free and then you're done. I swear, man, they need to put more, like, I love doing the side quests because I love the lore and all that stuff. Obviously not all of the side quests give you lore and all that, but I love doing side quests because of that reason. But I would wish that they make them a bit more difficult. Alright, Sunday, see you soon. Haha, they didn't like that very much, did they? And best of all, I got the pendant. Do you know, I've never seen such a fine aim with a blowgun. The secret, though, lies in the darts. They were excavated from the ruins of Nabath, Araeng. According to the historians, the same darts were used by the Nabath to destroy Gilman all those years ago. There were whole stockpiles of things, in fact. Anyway, that's enough about ancient history for one day. More importantly, I'd like to thank you for all you've done. Please accept this and give Alize my regards. One more quest on this side. Looking for work by any chance? I'm supposed to be draining water out of plants with these siphons, but I could use some help. As you've probably noticed, the whole area is lousy with all sorts of hostile creatures, which means this is not a job for the faint of heart. I'd be fine if siphoning the water didn't take so long. While I'm waiting, I'm easy prey. If you could go with my place, I'll see that you're properly rewarded. We're actually getting this done in not bad time. I always expect these to take way longer than they're actually taking me. Wonder if something's actually going to attack me for once. This is a long cast time. This kind of looks like a big pine cone with palm leaves at the top. Like if you think about like how a pine cone looks, if you like pulled on the little like pines. Like this is what you'd get, and then with a little palm tree in the middle coming out the top. Yeah, I do love the world of this game. I think there's just some really nice like ideas and stuff. Finished already? Well, yeah, there wasn't anything to attack me like you said they would be. Very impressive. Are you sure you haven't done this before? Now, you might be wondering why we'd go through the effort of siphoning from plants. There are easier ways to get water after all. While this stuff has a certain sweetness that comes in handy when making medicines. They tend to taste quite bitter, so this takes the edge off. Not that it makes the treatments any more effective, but the patients certainly seem to appreciate it. You have our thanks. And that is this side of the map done. So we've got these quests here. And then we shall be moving on a break. And then going up with these ones. Welcome back, Slendy. Rise to lovely the night tonight. In time you shall follow. In time you shall follow. Behold, as our burdens come set with the sun tonight. Bye, Mount. Oh, you were a mortal fool. Dead. I actually have a little baby one of these as a minion. Why is it not on my favourites? It's one of my favourites. There it is. Yeah, look, little baby one. Comes with a little ball. I've seen you before. Part of the group that went into Malik as well, right? Thought so. Thanks to you lot getting rid of the sin eaters around here, there's a chance we might be able to put these remnants of Nabath Araeng to good use. The well was originally dug under the orders of some Malika or the other. I forget which. She used cool water from underground to keep off the desert heat. Years later, when the mining industry hit its stride, the need for water in the ore washing process led to its expansion, but as you can tell, it's been in a state of disrepair for years now. Still, we'd be fools to let the well go to waste, so I'm looking into getting the old machinery working again. Some of it's a bit tricky to get to, though, and I could do with a hand, so fancy earning a few gil? I need to inspect the lift for carrying workers, and the giant pulley for drawing up water. I'd like to know if they can still be used or if they're rusted to buggery. I like to be able to use my frickin' robot on someone. That's what I'd like. But apparently we're not allowed things that we like. Am I meant to be going up here? I can see this is a quest for people who have flying. Another reason I always tell people you should get flying as soon as you're done with each area. Although some of the less important parts are in need of replacement, the mechanism itself appears to be in good condition. Thank you, Willow, and welcome to the stream. You now have channel points to use, which we'll eventually get. Like, we plan to do an actual picture for the channel points at some point, like a little icon. It's just we're waiting for a certain Mr. Logix, because I feel like he'd be best to do that. Although some of the less important parts will need a replacement, the mechanism itself appears to be in good condition. What a surprise! So was the other. Pew! Pew! Oh my god! Oh my god! Robot Wars. Death. Dead. I said dead. Ha ha ha. It sounds like it won't take much to have them in working order. When I share the good news with the folk in Twine, I'm sure they'll send a few labourers to help with the repairs. Getting Malik as well, producing water again, will be a good start, but we'll need the Talos up and running to have any chance of reviving the mining industry in these parts. We'd best take it one step at a time though, and you helping me here was one such step. Your reward as promised. Okay, bye. They will not escape me this time. Oh no. Who? Criminals. They ignore more law and shame us all. We must never take the crystals from the wall, for we believe that they can turn people into sin eaters. Even pieces that fall off are forbidden. But those swindlers collect them, sell them. Of course, they do not tell their customers where the crystals come from, but I know their secret. That is why I'm here, to bring them to justice. Breaking our code, selling under false pretenses, very serious crimes. I have tracked them this far, and they will soon be mine, but there are too many to catch by myself, and I dare not risk failure. Stranger, will you lend me your aid? I will circle around from the west of the palace, while you approach from the east, like the jaws of a Zonias snapping shut. Take them alive if possible, but if they resist, show no mercy, for you will get none from them. When it's over, meet me back here. I love how this quest is called the Crystal Knaves, which is obviously a reference to the Crystal Braves from A Realm Reborn. Easily one of the best mounts in the game. Like, model-wise, it looks really good. I love his music, but obviously I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. But definitely the best collab with another game that they've done. Oh, my arms are hurting. Let's fucking go. She's seen too much, killer. Let's see fucking go, boys. Dead. 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 You did a fucky with the wrong woman. Booyah. Where did the other guy go? No. Nope. Yeah, that'll do. I love his little beat. One thing that this song actually reminds me of is a PS2 game that I played when I was a kid. Not this part here, but the little bit at the beginning with the... That reminds me of a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses, which I played back on PS2 as a kid. The rules were like nothing like actual Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was such a good game despite it. And it had a really good soundtrack, to be fair. I take it that's not your blood. The ones I caught also refused to come quietly. Well, what's done is done. They got what they deserved for spitting on our code. Whether the wall's crystals have anything to do with the Sin Eaters is not for me to say. What I do know is that without rules, without law, we are no better than beasts, I tell you. Excuse me, before we part ways, here is your reward for punishing the wicked. I know what caused the Sin Eaters. Oh my god. Why do you keep attacking me? You literally cannot even touch me. What the fudge? Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah, fuck off. I know you. You're one of the people who raised that enormous Talos. It was a day I'll never forget. To think that inside it was the core that Agna unearthed. It brought tears to my eyes. And I wasn't alone. We were all reminded that she gave her life trying to bring Talos back to Araeng. Many of us, myself included, wish to continue her work. Even without the Daedalus stoneworks, we will find a way. Of course, there is a lot more to Talos than their cores. The parts that house them are equally important. We're collecting them for use in our tests, with the aim of eventually building our own from scratch. Perhaps you could lend us a hand if you're not too busy. With these old stonework tools, you should be able to open one up and take out the housing components inside. We'd be grateful for anything you can bring us. Would you fuck off? Jesus Christ. Right, after this quest, providing another one doesn't appear here, I am going to take a 10-minute break just to give my eyes a little bit of a rest. And so that everyone can grab a drink and that lot. And then we'll be continuing with this lot until we're done. So, still a lot of leather here. And yes, I do sometimes use the non-music mounts, but only if I'm going like the shortest distance. Although we're all scared of sin eaters, and then I'm just riding one. Just casually. Is that thing gonna pay? Oh my god. Learn your lesson. Twundle muffin. Find anything? Yep. Ho ho, you don't see many like these, and this one shows almost no signs of wear and tear at all. I can't wait to show the others. Of course, we still have a long way to go before we can build our very own Talos, but you've been an enormous help. Many thanks. Well, that... Alright, Alex, have a good dinner. That is the ones that we said we would do for the first half. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. You'll probably still see me because I'm probably only going to chill back there. But, yeah, we're going to take a 10-minute break so everyone can go grab a drink. Or move a little and get their legs working. I will put on a mount with some music so that people can have something to listen to whilst I AFK. So we will go with good old Omega. And obviously Slandy, the aim will be to cut this out in the editing, because otherwise we'll just have a shit ton of breaks. Right. Where is somewhere where I can just fly endlessly into a corner so the music plays at its loudest? Does this look like a corner? There we go. Right. Bugger you, Slandy. Cheers, Slandy. Right, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Boom, 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 boom. I am back. What a fucking tune. Right, instead of going to top to bottom now, we are working from bottom to top. Sandy, don't be so cruel on yourself in the Twitch chat. We know you're a silly person, but you don't need to, you know, bully yourself about it. We all appreciate you regardless. Got him. We love you really, Sandy. It's time to continue digging for Rutabyte. In case you were wondering, Rutab is another name for a ripe date, and the ore has a similar colour and sheen to it. Of course, you'll be seeing it for yourself soon enough. Sandy, make sure you cut out the break. In editing, not now. I don't believe it, and I was so sure. There's only one other place I can think of, but I'd be a fool to go there alone. Found any good pebbles, or maybe a bit of cave moss? It's the douchebag squad. Piss off, I'm not in the bloody mood. Temper, temper. Perhaps the mines aren't a place for a mistel like you. Why don't you go and join the rest of your kind in Kalusia? You've embarrassed yourself enough as it is. I'm in need of a shave probably before the podcast. Or at least a clean up. What a bunch of pricks. It's the same bigoted nonsense day in, day out. Anyway, I'm sorry you had to see that. I've had it to the back teeth with them. They're always harping on about how the best miners are all Ronso and how none of the other races compete, particularly the Mistal. It probably has something to do with the fact that most of the Talos Masters were Mistal and the whole of Araeng fell into the doldrums after they left. Of course, only a half-wit would hold a grudge against an entire race because of the actions of a few individuals, but I'm not prepared to take it on the chin. When I make a killing from Rutabite, I find that a white with smug grins off their faces. There's one more place I'd like to try. It'll probably be lousy with vicious creatures, but if that's what it takes, so be it. I could do with someone to watch my back whilst I'm digging though. Since you so handily disposed of the last thing that tried to eat me, perhaps you wouldn't mind coming along. I'm assuming then. Dank caverns full of flesh-eating horrors. Count me in. I'm assuming then that this is a quest like... Because obviously I've done a few quests prior to doing all this. It's not every single side quest in Shadowbringers, because I have to do a few to get flying. If all goes according to plan, we won't be there for long. Fame and fortune, here I come. One of the things that's bothering me about him is that he is a keeper of the moon, I believe is the correct one, and we're on the first, not the source. Now we know why keepers of the moon and seekers of the sun look different, because of how of the evolution, because of where they were geographically and their different cultures. On the source, it makes no sense on the first, so they should all just be the same. They should all just be like all cat people. They shouldn't be keepers or seekers. Alright, it's time to get to work. If you keep watch over there, I'll get on with the digging. Ah, now that's a battle. On a scale of 1 to 10, how many seconds do you think this thing will last? Let's see fucking go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Impressive. Well, that sounded like quite the tussle. Thank you for saving me from whatever manner of ghastly cave dweller that was. Best of all, I think I've finally found what I've been looking for. It's a bit too dark in here to tell whether this is really Rutabite, but it seems to be the right colour. I'd best have an expert take a look at it, since I've never seen the real thing before. Until then, I'll try not to get my hopes up. There's not much point standing around here, so let's head back to Twine and get this all looked at. Of course, it takes more than a glance with the naked eye to tell if it's Rutabite or not. There are all sorts of tests that need to be carried out. I'll go on ahead. It might take a while, so come and find me in Twine a little later on. Da 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 da. Well, there's good news. and bad news. The good news is, it's definitely Rutabyte. Oh, come on, I'm clicking. The bad news is there are far too many impurities. It won't be making any Nabathium from this. I won't be making any Nabathium from this. That much is certain. It is also highly unlikely that anything mined now will be of better quality. I'm sorry that I dragged you all the way into the mines for something so disappointing. This is hardly the historic moment I'd envisioned. I think it's time to accept that there was no vein of pure Rutabyte, that I'm chasing something that was never there to begin with. Keithert has lost sight of his dream. Perhaps he needs someone to rally his spirits. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to cheer me up. I suppose that I shouldn't give up because of a small setback like this. Perhaps I need to rethink my approach. I'd have a much better chance of finding Rutabyte if I had a lead of some sort, but who should I ask? Ho4 springs to mind. Yes, that might be worth a try. He's always treated me fairly, unlike most of the other Ronso around here. But I expect that he has the same opinion of Mistel as the rest of them. What? Ho4 is the reason you spoke to me in the first place? Perhaps he's not so bad after all, but until now I've always given him the cold shoulder, so I'll feel a bit of a fool for asking for his help. I just have to swallow my pride. I can't give up on my dream because I'm too stubborn to seek advice. The trouble is I don't have much of a rapport with him, so maybe you could speak with him first? Just so that it's not completely out of the blue. Thanks, I think I see him over there now. Look at this map, just freaking covered. When we get here, it's going to be a little bit of a clean-up. It's good to see the two of you getting along. What's that supposed to mean? It makes a change from seeing you moping around by yourself is all. Now what can I do for the pair of you? Why have I suddenly got all the yawns? Blasphemous behaviour. Rutabyte, eh? It's been a while since I heard that word. I've never come across a vein myself, but I know of a place that might be worth a look. You do? Where? My grandsire once spoke of a mine where a disastrous cave-in occurred over 100 years ago. There would probably have been an attempt to reopen it if it were not for the flood, and it ended up being abandoned. But if the stories I heard are true, there is a vein of Rutabyte buried under all that rubble. That's quite the tale. I'm sure your Ronso brethren would be less than pleased with you imparting all this knowledge to a Mistel, though. Do you know why this town is called Twine? It comes from the idea of two tales entwined, one of the Ronso and the other of the Mistel. Quite a clever name, don't you think? Both races worked together to build this place, though some of you younglings seem to have forgotten this. Keithat, as the last remaining Mistel in Twine, you have an important role to play in the future of this settlement. But first things first, you have a Rutabyte vein to find. Go through the dragging tail and take the first left, but be warned, those tunnels are extremely dangerous and there is a high risk of collapse. Thank you, Horfire. If it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to watch my back again. I'll wait for you outside. Oh, I needed that. I keep getting crap in my eye, even with my glasses on. I don't know how. That was the first I'd heard of Ronso and Mistel finding Twine together, probably because I'd never bothered to learn more about our history. This whole time I've been trying to outdo those Ronso louts, thinking that I'd eventually find a Rutabyte vein through sheer determination. Of course, mining's not that simple. Knowing where to dig is everything. Speaking of which, let's see where Horford's trail leads us. According to author, it's in the dragging tail, first left. Now is as good a time as any, let's be off. Nope. We all know long distance equals music command. That'll do. Good music. This must be the place. The tunnels don't seem to be in such a bad state considering there was once a cave in nearby. The old section of the mine is past those wooden boards, but it's all fallen rubble now. If author's story holds true, there should be a vein of rutabyte on the other side, although I won't be attempting to reopen in the tunnel all by myself. What I can do though is try cracking at a few of those rocks and see if they contain rutabyte. I need to keep an eye out for danger though. Thanks, hopefully it won't come to that. Anyway, I'd better get to work. There's no sign of danger. You would best continue to stand guard while Kisat goes about his work. Wow. More of it. Oh, my legs hurt, man. I think my one regret today is I started a little late. There was still no signs of danger. Usually I start at around like 3-ish. Whereas today I don't think I started till like 5. So I'm really tired because of it. But worry not, we will get it all done. I am not a man who quits. Oh, did something try to attack us? Sorry, I was too engrossed in my digging to notice. But thanks to you, I was able to concentrate on the task at hand and even found something that might be rutabyte. After the last time, I know better than to start jumping for joy until I've had someone look at it. I'll see you back in Twine. Nope. 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 Majorino Nopo. This game hates me. Right, we're doing it manually. Let us go. In that I'm saying that we will go with this one. Fucking hell, we still got 3 quests down here. Cutscene. There's good news and even better news. The good news is it's rutabyte. The even better news is it's almost entirely free of impurities. Finally, I can start making my own Nabathium. Is this the douche gang? Yes, it is. What's this? As a little Mistel lad actually find himself something worth a gill or two. At this rate, you might even be able to buy yourself a decent pickaxe instead of that rusty piece of scrap you insist on carrying around. For your information, I've found a vein of rutabyte which can be used to produce Nabathium. You found what? Not bad for a Mistel, eh? I'll admit Shulk and Horfurt played no small part. Why would Horfurt help you? Never you mind. The point is that it's just a sample of what's in the collapsed section of a dragging tail, but I'll not pretend I can clear out the tunnels by myself. If I'm to get anywhere, I need the help of the other miners of Twine, and that includes you lot. Just like in the days before the flood, Mistel and Ronso must work together as our ancestors did when they built the first settlement here. What do you say? Will you help me? So, you stumble across one lump of rutabyte and all of a sudden you're the god's gift to mining? Ha! If I thought you were spinning as a yarn, I'd have put you on your ass by now. But the fact you'd ask us of all people for help means you must be serious. I am. Alright, we'll do things your way. Nodders. Good, you'll soon see what we Mistel are capable of, and once Twine starts producing its own Nabathium, we'll be making Gil hand over fist. Hello, keep looking at me. Look at these guys, this is who you're talking to. I can't believe this is happening. Shulk, I wish there was more I could do to express my thanks. I'll make something of this town, you wait and see. Come on, you lots, to the dragging tail. You heard him, lads. I'm assuming that is us done with that questline. Which means now we go back south, because we had quest set complete. That questline has apparently taken me 20 minutes. I'm gonna go to this one first and then come back up and do these ones. And then we have this mess. And then we have these. The worldly delights tonight. In time you shall follow. In time you shall follow. Behold as our burdens begun. While we took an enormous risk in coming here, the treasures we found made it worthwhile, but we were forced to throw them away when those creatures came after us. Very valuable they are. The Ronso miners who used to live here in Kelk had some excellent shinies. After the Mistel arrived with their Talos, everything changed. Most of the labourers relocated to Twine. The place was abandoned and they only took what they needed, leaving everything else behind. Maybe these shinies were not so important to the Ronso, but to us, scavengers, this is a treasure trove. If we were to return empty-handed, the whole expedition would have been a waste of time. Will you help me reclaim our bounty? The most precious were the bag of ancient coins, the pretty tableware and the damaged chest. Once we have those, we can go home. This is a cool little area. Oh my god, really? Really? You almost had it. What an absolute bitch. What the fuck? So there's the battered chest. What? I was fucking mounted. I swear, man. Oh my god, they are really out for me today. I swear. Disgusting. These ones in particular certainly seem to not like me. Get out of the way. You're cute and all, but get out of my way. No. That's what I get for being picky about my mounts. Yes. It looks like you have found them all. It looks like you have found all of them. May I take a closer look? I endeavour to try say all the lines correctly. These coins might not be worth much after all, but this crockery should fetch a small fortune. In the picture you can see the likeness of a great calque the elder Juve named the town after. Collectors will pay a lot for this. But the works of art inside the chess piece are the real prize. The historians will go giddy when we show them these. But I cannot help feel a little sad. These scenes of bustling streets and children playing are a far cry from these crumbling ruins. It is hard to believe that this was once their home. This is one of the reasons why we scavengers take pride in our work. Through these artifacts we are able to learn more of the past so it is not forgotten. Thank you kindly. There is one last thing I would ask of you, if I may be so bold. We are now ready to return to Twine, but I'm afraid that I picked up a rather nasty injury when fending off those beasts. It is not serious and should heal in time, but it would take a while for me to complete the return journey. I'd be grateful if you could go on ahead and let our friend know that we are on our way back. We would see you in Twine. Why do I feel like it's going to be more than that? Almost a clean map. Whoa. And then our next episode will be Ilmeg, then it will be Rectica, and then the smallest of them all will be the Tempest. If it comes to it, I may fit the Tempest in with Rectica. I'm going to take a look at the thingy. I know what I'm on about, because I believe I've already done half of the quest there because I took too much interest in the lore of it. So, did you find my fellow scavengers? I am so relieved my reputation is safe, and also my friends are not dead. But one of them is injured, you say? I should make sure he at least reaches Twine before he keels over. Unfortunately, we Maw do not heal in the same way as Humes or Ronso, so their treatments will not work on us. He will need freshly prepared ointment to seal the wound, made according to our traditional recipe. While I can get most of the ingredients here in Twine, I will need 2 plump, juicy rock wrigglers. If you could go and catch them for me, I'll take care of the rest. They like to hide in the crags, so try hooking them out with this knife. Time is of the essence, so please do not dilly or dally. So, when Endwalker comes along, I will be doing the main story quest on stream. No doubt, and eventually it will go up to YouTube with the intent of being each area is an episode that will go to the thingy. We'll see what happens when it comes to the actual thing, but it will be digested like that, in that sort of manner. Now, side quests, I will probably try to do them all on stream as well. Some of which won't be in a side quest setup like I have done with these, because yet again I will be doing my flying whilst I'm going through the main story, and then I'll do the rest of the side quest once I'm done, so you can expect that at some point. You have the rock wrigglers, but I will be enduring to do every single Endwalker side quest as well. Excellent. Once I've squeezed out their blood and mixed it with the other ingredients, the ointment will be ready. But before we leave, my friends wish to offer their thanks. You were under no obligation to help us, but you did so without a thought for your own safety. We will never forget you. and the rest of Twine is sure to be impressed by our adventures. I am glad to be alive to tell the tale. Your deeds will live on in the stories we share with our children and our children's children. Fare thee well. And now... we have these two to do, and 14 here, and then 6 up here, so 22 without any storylines. But I'm beginning to believe there are going to be storylines. Have you seen Unknown before? Everybody hates them because they eat our gems and attack people. I want to go into the mine and fight them, but everyone says I'm too young. What do you think? If those things couldn't rock, so I'll make short work out of you. I'm not scared of those stupid gnomes, but maybe you're right. Why don't you show me how it's done? If you can beat that really old and nasty one, I'll be impressed. I want to see how brave you are. I didn't mean to click on. Boom, boom, dead. Imagine thinking anything here could actually offer me some semblance of sport. Disgusting. One, 2, 3, dead. Shameful behaviour. You did it. It was all my idea though. Thanks to me, the mine's safe. I'm sorry for the trouble he's put you through. All's well that ends well, I suppose. You've certainly done us mine as a favour. And I'm sure he would have been there beside you if he were older. He just needs to wait till he's strong enough to back up that big mouth of his. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to him and clear out the mine. Though, it's not much, but please accept this as a show of thanks. Give me all the mons. I take the money. Or you'll be back. Are you busy? Didn't think so. I'm offering coin to anyone willing to fill up the lamps. Interested? There are 4 of them. Here's the oil. Come and see me when you're done. Wow, what intuitive questing. Take that money. Do you perchance mean this Hades, man? Is this the mount you speak of? Oh, the other, the one that doesn't exist because you can't win a frickin' mount roll. I got you, fam. I get you now. See, I was thinking it, but now you said it. Now I know. I got you, fam. I mean, I was going to come with you earlier on, but you decided to not take me with you, so 'tis your own fault. Oh, imagine attacking me. Pungent lamp oil. I am so sorry for yawning so much on video. I know it's unprofessional, but I am just very tired. Finally finished then. Gnomes didn't get in your way, did they? There seems to be more and more of them these days. Makes even filling the lamps a pain in the arse. Still, can't let them stop us from doing our jobs. Just another occupational hazard. Anyway, here's your pay. Good work, sinner. I love that they call you. Oh my god, I love that they call you sinner. Excuse me, miss. That bloke you were talking to dropped his pipe. It seems sort of old. Might be worth something. I'd run over and give it back to him, but I've got a job to do. Maybe you could do it instead. Yeah, please do not spawn in more quests down here. I have enough here that I'm probably going to spawn a shit ton. Well, we've noticed them at Chief. Most of the mounts you're after currently are the purple ones. You're after the Tsukuyomi and the Hades one. Let me guess, my boy's up to his old tricks again. My pipe. I've been looking for this. I can't thank you enough for bringing it back to me. There's a bit of a story behind it, you see. If you have the time, please go and meet me in the graveyard. I'd tell you a tale if I may. I'd like to tell you a tale if I may. That even is yeah, I was the funny fact is I was actually thinking that item looks a lot like the Hades mount whistle, but I was like, if I say that, she's gonna be pissed. I'm glad you decided to join me. You see, this pipe was once owned by a much loved and respected member of this of our community, who now rests beneath his very soil. Fucking yawning again. I don't know why I'm so tired. He was a good friend to many of us, myself included, and came from a long line of Ronso going all the way back to the Great Nuvi. The mine was named after his ancestor. He always felt a sense of pride in his work and led digs that went deeper and deeper into the rock. No matter what happened, he never gave up. After the Talos Masters left 15 years ago, we ran into all sorts of problems. We lost so many good workers to cave-ins, Sinita attacks, injury, and simply leaving for better prospects elsewhere. Even then, he kept digging. Though he is no longer with us, we try to follow the example he set. I always carry his old pipe with me as a memento of the days we spent together. I'm grateful to you for taking the time to listen. It's good to know that someone from outside of Twine has an interest in the work we do and the reasons why we keep going in spite of everything. Which reminds me, I need to see the others about getting rid of those wretched gnomes, but I hope I will have a chance to speak with you again one day. Fare thee well. $14 quests here to do. We're going to start with this one, and then we're going to come across, and then up and round. Right, elderly miner. You there, new lass. Where are the others? Don't try to pay me for a fool. I know what they're up to. No good, that's what. Expect me to pay them for shirking their duties today? Bah. Go get them, will you? It's time I gave them a stern talking to. My man does not want to jump off the ground. Why would she leave me? There's nothing for her in Yulmore. Whatever will I do now? Ew, imagine having to comfort him. Oh my god, imagine not being able to spell comfort. No. Thank you, Sandy. Are you content? There. What does that even mean anyway? There are people who need me. There is still work to be done. That's it. I should have forgot my sorrows by burying myself in my work. Poor choice of words considering I'm a miner, but enough procrastinating. There's digging to be done. I love how it's like search for the miners, and yet you can't fucking see them because there's all these quests in the way. I just smacked myself in the glasses. Ah, gods, my aching head. I feel like death warmed up. Psych. Alright, enough of your posing. If going back to work's what it takes for you to leave me alone, so be it. Nothing's going my way. I haven't had a decent haul in ages. Might as well hang up my pickaxe for good. Rally. I don't know who you are or what you're doing, but your enthusiasm is somehow infectious. Yes, I should be thankful for what I have. I've got a steady job, a sort of beautiful home. What more could I ask for? Hi ho, it's off to work I go. Please do not sue me for reading that line, Disney. Alright, Sandy, enjoy your shower. So the four of you finally decide to show up and do some bloody work then. Four, but this woman's not part of our team, is she? As far as I can tell, she's just passing through. Eh? What are you prattling about now? Ha! My mistake. When you get to my age, one person shaped blur looks like much like all the others. Must be these damned eyes of mine. Still, we could use an extra pair of hands around here. I dare say you're worth more than all these flat-jawed layabouts put together. But if you're not here for the mining, you might as well take this payment for rounding up my workers. God's help me, they're all I've got. Please don't be a quest line. No, don't do it. Don't do it. No, thank God. We shall do this one. We shall do this one next. Twine used to be full of hunters, bringing in fresh meat, pelts, all sorts. Not these days though, most of them left to seek easier, more lucrative prey elsewhere. Still, there's money to be made here if you're brave enough. How about it? Fancy earning a bit of coin? I'm sure you have seen the Furusus Hakos around here. Big, ugly, and highly aggressive. What I want is not their meat, but their eggs. They are a job to carry though, so you'll want to avoid any trouble on your way back from the nest. There's no use bringing a smashed one. If you and the egg both make it back in one piece, bring it here. The bloke in charge of the warehouse will take it off your hands. There's killing it for both of us. Forusurakos, I want to say is what it is. But I could be wrong. I love this location music. Strong scent of ammonia emanates from the egg. No one in the right mind would accept this. The egg is a large crack along the shell. You should find one that's in better condition. Perfect specimen. Now you must keep it in pristine condition on your journey towards Trine. Deliver the Forusurakos egg to the warehouse custodian in Twine. You will have 90 seconds to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the start. Blah blah blah. I know all that much. I got your egg, bitch. I'm stealing your babies. I got your egg. Ha ha ha. This reminds me of the quests from Monster Hunter 1, where, like the original Monster Hunter back on PS2, wherein you had to fucking grab the Rathalos egg and run all the way fucking back to the camp with it, and you had the Rathalos chasing after you, you had wasps trying to sting you, you had raptors trying to get it off you, because everything was in your way. Oh yes, lovely, you don't see many like this. Well, that's Dalric's part of the bargain taken care of. He's got your share, so if you want paying, ask him. Seems to me you've got the talent for this kind of work. I could use someone like you. First of all, here's the coin I promised. If you've got a mind to take another job, come and see me. Oh, God. Though we both profited from it, stealing the egg was just a test. I want you to slay a certain forest ruckus called Ironbeak. It killed my brother while we were gathering abandoned timber near Mount Biren Mines. I was the one dragging him along that godforsaken place, and he died protecting me. Ever since that day, thoughts of avenging him occupy my every waking moment, but I'm no hunter. I've tried hiring others before you, and it always ends with them either fleeing for their lives or... well, they knew the risks when they signed up. It's not only for my peace of mind that I want that wretched bird dead. It's been terrorizing anyone careless enough to wander into its territory. So you'd be doing the whole of Twine a favour by killing it. I'll not go with you and get in your way, but I'd appreciate you bringing me one of its tail feathers. I'll hold on to it as a keepsake of my brother. Bum 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 ba dum. Where do you not? You are dead. I am disappointed. Oh, let's take my glasses off for a bit. Leave my eyes to be in my eyes. Could I not capture all the wrong buttons? Boom, dead, dead, dead. Dead, dead, mega fucking dead. My fucking wildfire didn't even get time to trigger. This may not have music, but it has a... It's a great little mount. Thank you for following, Stormblood. I apologise if I've pronounced your name wrong. I'm glad to see you made it back. How went the hunt? When it is done, my brother has been avenged. He was one of the best miners this place ever saw. I should have followed in his footsteps instead of always trying to make a quick gill on the side. It was one of my harebrained schemes that got him killed. I am just as much to blame as that damned bird, and ever since that day I've been too scared to step foot outside of Twine and gave up on mining altogether. Maybe now I can finally find the courage. Maybe now I can find the courage to venture farther afield and broaden my horizons. Here, you've more than earned this. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I almost said 13 immediately after 11. I need to learn to count. Another traveller, are you? Place is crawling with them, it seems. Just had one asking me about local ruins, so I pointed him in the direction of Kelk. I tried to tell him about all the evil weapons skulking about the place, but I think my words of warning went into one ear and out the other. I've half a mind to go there and help go there after and drag him out of harm's way. Trouble is, I'm not much of a fighter, so I'd only end up getting myself killed. You, on the other hand, might stand a chance. Will you go and see if you can find the daft bugger? Bugger. Not on that mount. Better. You're not you when you haven't had your music mount. Better. Better. Bitta, hata sabita, hata sabita, hata sabi. You are come to my rescue. 1,000 blessings upon you. Though I feel that curses are more appropriate for those evil weapons. They stole my weapon of the standard non-enchanted variety. My only means of defense. That was not the only thing they took from me. They have my pack with all of my supplies and apparatus inside. Would you be able to help me reclaim it? Oh, apparently I have to pick a specific one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Hey, is that it? Oh, for God's sake. You get my robot out. Bio blaster, and then we absolutely berate them in AoE. I love how the level 80 is dying way faster than the level 76. And he stunned me. I take offense at that. No. Be gone. Oh, I do hope the contents have not incurred any damage. Praise be, my instruments and such are largely unscathed, and most importantly, my field notes are all but present and correct. I do not know what I would have done if I had lost the fruits of my research into the Church of the First Light. I dare say the name rings a bell. Most have heard of this ancient religion, yet few know its history. If it pleases you, I may offer a relatively succinct summary of my findings. Speak on. The Church of the First Light was one of the most widespread religions and had followers in every corner of Navrant. It began with the original inhabitants, the Elves, and eventually took root among the other races. This included not only their allies, the Humes, but the Galgant and the Dran, with whom they shared a tumultuous relationship. The Church of the First Light's influence grew to such an extent that it surpassed even that of the monarchs and rulers of the various nations. That was until the Flood of Light changed everything. The light that they so revered was not their salvation, but their destruction. As you may well imagine, those who survived quickly abandoned the religion, and its teachings were all but forgotten. I have made it my life's work to see that these people and their ways are not similarly lost to the sands of time. Though I understand their perils involved with the exploration of ancient ruins, I feel we must do our utmost to retain what knowledge we can of the world that existed before the flood. It seems that we have dallied here long enough. However, it would be remiss of me to part with you without offering my gratitude for the retrieval of my irreplaceable research materials. I will return to Twine and give my thanks to Torthrith for suggesting that I visit these ruins. It was a most worthwhile expedition indeed. Fare thee well. Definitely not. Not in a single chance. I mean, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, definitely, because I can't be fucked with another fight. Not yet. Give me a level 80s. The funny thing is, if I do want to go around and collect the bi-colored gemstones to get all the different minions from the Fate gemstone people, the best place to do it is in the Tempest. Our mutual acquaintance, the travelling fruitcake, came to thank me. Not that I really did much besides sending you to help. Anyway, he left this for you. Show of gratitude or something. Slowly getting through them. Oh, this is the mix quest. Have you spoken to Kisat lately? From what I hear, his work in the Dragon Tail is proceeding apace, but it seems he has run into a problem of sort. While I'd like to think he can handle whatever it is by himself, he might benefit from your advice. I need a drink. Much better. Keysat. Ah, Shulk, how goes it? Problem? Yes, you could say that. You see, work to excavate the collapsed tunnel is underway and we're already digging up substantial amounts of rutabyte. Now I'm able to turn my attention to producing nabathium, and it's tricky to say the least. Although I've made a few attempts, the alloy is always far too brittle. I thought I'd figured out the instructions on that old scroll, but there's one point that I still can't make sense of. It's too vague, you see. Something about trusting your ears, not your eyes. My guess is that they deliberately made it impossible to understand to avoid having people outside of Araeng from stealing their secrets. They probably relied on spoken word to pass the missing information from one generation to the next. Obviously there's nobody from ancient Nabath around to ask, so I'll have to work it out by myself, by looking closely at real Nabathium. I need something large so that I can see how it differs to the ingots I've made. The scavengers dig up a lot of trinkets and whatnot, but they're too small to be of any use, not to mention expensive. Does anything spring to mind? You should ask the Maud. They're forever rooting about in the ruins, so if anyone can help me, it would be them. But who should we ask? Gun? I can't say I've ever met him, so I'd be grateful if you could introduce us. Much appreciated. I'll go through the Dragon Tail and meet you in Mordsuk. And I... No. Let's go for a... Yeah, that'll do. I'm hoping this is the last of the quest line type things. Because that means 3, 6, 9, 10, 16 left. I'm getting through these faster than I thought I would. Yeah, if there's no more storylines, I'd say we've probably got about another hour's worth of stuff. And then there's obviously a little I want to talk about at the end, like always. I should know, if no one's ever stayed to the end, that's usually where I talk about like all the stuff for the channel. I should probably start doing it at the beginning, but I'm an idiot. I never noticed that before. That's quite cool. Little climbing area. Gods be good, some shortcut that turned out to be. I damn near brained myself when I fell from that net. Oh well, onwards and upwards. Where's that gun fellow you mentioned? Roves around a lot, eh? In that case, I think we should ask his father where he might be. You said his name is Gengun, yes? Yas. Ah yes, my most pointless mount. Who is this? A friend of yours? Is a friend of mine. Metal from Old Nabath. Yes, Gun and Jemail would be the best ones to ask, methinks, and perhaps you can help them in return. With what? A problem, a predicament. He should still be by the North Windmill with Jemail, talking about ancient history, no doubt. Ah, thank you, I look forward to meeting them. Help them, eh? I suppose we'll soon find out what he meant by that. Come on, let's go and see Gun. I love how there's just the silence of the realm. Hiya, Shulk, what brings you to Mordsuk? Researching the Nabathium? Lucky for me, yes. Lucky for Mordsuk too. Yes, your father mentioned how we might be able to assist you, though I still don't have the foggiest clue how. He is referring to the windmill. It has been making a rather odd grating sound these past few days, but we've tried to rectify it with oils and such. We fear the problem may be far more deep-rooted. A lot of searching in ruins, we found the construction plans, made before the flood by the Nabath as a symbol of their friendship. It was very interesting design too. Using that information, we have narrowed down the cause of the grating to the central axle, which is made from Nabathium. I never realised it could be used in something of this scale. Come to think of it, its resistance to friction makes it an ideal choice for moving parts like this. But even the Bathium has its limits. This windmill has been turning for over 100 years, and as far as we can tell, the original axle, this is the original axle, never been changed. So you want to replace it, but lack the means to produce the alloy. Sorry about that. Exactly. Since you are looking for large pieces of the Bathium, perhaps you would like to inspect the windmill. Absolutely. Best to see it from inside. Follow me. I bet I don't get to go inside. Sad. I haven't the leg room and I'm getting right uncomfortable. Answer your questions, did it? I never noticed it before, but genuine Nabathium has more of a blue tinge than any of the trial ingots I've produced. That probably means the ratios listed on the scroll are false. Trust your ears, not your eyes. In other words, that was a diversion, and the true amounts were communicated verbally. Since there's no one around to tell me, I'll have to experiment with varying amounts. Maybe I should use less rubite and rutabite and more tin. It will take a lot of trial and error, but now that I have something to compare it to, I'll soon work it out. And once you have, we will finally be able to fit the windmill with a new axle. Why stop there? Nabathium has the potential to attract merchants from across Norrant. After all, selling their alloys is one of the ways Araeng became so wealthy, so powerful. I can already smell the jinglies. I like the sound of that, but truth be told, I'll be content to have played my part in bringing the Bathium to the people of Araeng. Still, a few extra gil in my pocket wouldn't hurt. Do not forget there's still much work to be done, and the windmill comes first, yes? Of course, but before we get too carried away, I must thank Shulk for introducing us. Yes, I too am very grateful. It's good to know that people outside of Mordsuk share our interest in the Araeng. In time, I'm sure the bond between Twine and Mordsuk will grow even stronger. Yes, and making the route between these two less perilous would be another worthwhile project. I'll have my hands full trying to produce Nabathium for the time being now. Oh, if you're passing through Twine, would you mind letting Hawthorne know how things went? Many thanks, Shulk. Until next time. I feel like one of the things that they should do for having done this quest is have it say that the little shortcut way has, like, you know, where you had the net that you could obviously climb, or well, we can't because our frickin' character's an idiot apparently, but the NPCs can. That should become accessible to the player. Where is it? What I mean, yeah, I feel like this here should become interactable once you've done that this quest, just so people can travel between these easy without teleporting or mounting up and stuff. Just for people who don't have flying. I mean, obviously you should probably have flying by this point, but it's still nice to give people options. You've been gone a while. How did it go with Kisat? He's making quite a name for himself. If it ever finds its way into the history books, yours will be right there beside it. Though your path may lead you far from Twine, we will always remember you as one who made a difference in this little mining town. More of that, please. Welcome back, Sandy. Start with this one. Excuse me, sinner. I am planning a journey into dangerous territory and need a bodyguard. Can you help me? My destination is the bridge that stretches across the northern chasm. I should be able to reach it, but I will need you to watch my back once I arrive. There is something I must do. That might look like my armadillo was trying to follow him there. Oh, fuck it. Right. For this video, I will just take whatever the first mount that comes to the roulette is. Otherwise, I'm going to pad the fucking runtime with just me trying to pick a bloody mount. This is where a close friend of mine lost his life. He was a miner, one of the best, until the day he was attacked by a sin eater. After Daedalus stoneworks closed and the Talos fell into disrepair, he tried to find alternative methods for operating the trolleys, such as having them pulled by lizards. It was during one of these trials that he met his end. Though you are an outsider and never met him, it would mean a lot to me if you could join me in paying respects. Here, cast this flower into the ravine. Wow. You pay your respects by offering a flower for the lost miner. I wonder if he is watching us now, alongside all of the other great ones who have passed. Many of the villages and mountains in Araeng bear their names. My friend and I once dreamed of opening mines and naming them after ourselves. I still hold on to that hope, even though he is no longer with us. I can tell you too have lost loved ones. What do you do to overcome the grief? We each find our own way. You must find yours. And this is true. Yes, you are right. True strength must come from within. I am grateful for your kind words. I shall reflect on them as we journey back to Twine. And now I am consigned to whatever mount it puts me on, because of my promise to the people. How long do you think you'll be streaming for? Well, my guesstimate is another hour, Slandy. But that's at longest. It could be less. It really depends on if there's many quest chains. I was glad to have someone to hear of my friend's tale, for in the telling I was able to look back on happier times. From this day forth I will strive to uphold the ideals that we once shared, and in doing so honour his memory. Please accept this small token of my thanks. Is my camera flickering for people, or am I just seeing shit? Because I could, wow, just be seeing shit. Why must all matters pertaining to romance be so problematic? My lady friend has sadly left the windswept plains of Araeng to seek a life of luxury, relatively speaking, in the Crystarium. I fear that the passing of time may cause her heart to grow distant, so I plan to send a ring to serve as a symbol of our everlasting love. Let me just unplug it and plug it back in. Let's see if that helps, if I remember. Where's my controller? Still seems to be doing it. I don't know what's causing it. No, I don't know. I fucking do. I finally bought one with my hard-earned savings, only to discover later that a substantial crack runs along the surface of its otherwise beautiful banded gem. Rather than spend another fortune on a new ring or replacement stone, I struck upon an idea. It would be far more economical to hire someone to retrieve a similar gem and affix it to the ring myself. And that, my friend, is where you come in. Any risk of injury in the mine will be far outweighed by the gil I offer as a reward, I assure you. Yeah, I haven't noticed it, and now that I've noticed it, it's bothering the fuck out of me, and I don't know what's causing it. What? A pain in the bottom. I'll have to look into it after the end of the stream. Imagine if English wasn't my first language. You dead. You are all very dead. Oh, did he fuck off? What a dick. Go away. No, I'm definitely not doing that one because it gives me a headache. I'll take this one. I meant for the music, but that mount can go fuck itself because it gives me a headache when it flies because it spins around and I get dizzy. Can't tell if my camera's chilling out now or not. Slandy, I've bothered myself. Wow, look at this person. He is so good. I am just quickly grabbing a couple of nuts to eat. Because I am hungry. I'd like some ice cream. Well, have you found a gem that is sufficiently dazzling? Splendid, simply gorgeous. I hope you did not encounter any dangers while searching for it. I hear these are produced by gnomes, and you can tell their age from the number of stripes on the stones they drop. Unfortunately, attempting to slay one of the brutes is likely to damage the precious gem that appears from its rocky hide. It is better and safer to retrieve those that have fallen naturally. In other words, where you find these stones, you will also encounter gnomes, hence my reluctance to hunt for one myself. I am positive my lady friend will be pleased to receive such a wonderful gift. As agreed, here is a payment for your exemplary efforts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm awfully worried about my grandfather. All those years of working in the mines have finally caught up with him, and he can hardly breathe now. It might be the dust and the stagnant air down there. The only thing that can help him is far side sprouts, but the cacti they come from are extremely rare, and few people have known how to prepare them for eating. I can't leave him alone in his condition, so I was wondering, would you be able to go and get some for him? An apothecary sells the stuff and can normally be found east of Nuvi's leavings. Here, this should cover the cost. Thank you, you're a saint for doing this. That is fine, Willow. I don't mind people lurking and stuff, you know, if people are busy. I'm assuming this is Apex you're on about them. Always a pleasure to meet a new customer. What can I do for you? Oh really, you're quite the connoisseur, one who is clearly hungry for my sprouts. Unfortunately I have none left. I sold all of my stock to someone from Yulmore, for a rather tidy sum I might add. If you're as desperate as you look, perhaps you could go straight to the source. A moored harvester cacti over by the lift station. If you get her to bring some to me, I'll make you a batch. I am currently refusing to play Apex because they put the alternator and the Spitfire in the care package so they can go fuck themselves. Literally two of my favourite weapons. You need the sprouts now? Lucky for you, I've picked some fresh juicy cacti. They should have quite a kick. And since you seem to be in a hurry, I'll deliver what I have to the apothecary right away. Well, it's cool that they have the frickin' destructor rounds, but it's not cool that they've been put in the fucking care package. Fuck you, Epic Games. And the Spitfire. Thanks to your help in expediting the shipment, I've already finished preparing the first batch. As a sign of my appreciation, I've included a bit extra. Sweet dreams, friend. I don't care, I want my Spitfire. I almost went to change mounts then, but I remembered my promise. Does in my world. So how did it go? Yes, this should do the trick, but it's a lot more than I paid for. How did you end up with so much? You did all this for my grandfather? That was very kind of you. I hope it makes him feel... Are you sure this is for medicinal purposes? I see what you're getting at. Alright, I'll come clean. It's not medicine. Some say it causes hallucinations, and a few people use it for relaxation. In my grandfather's case, it gives him a brief respite from the pain that racks his body. I'm afraid he hasn't got much time left, but this at least eases his suffering. He'll be able to sleep well tonight, I'm sure. You've done him a good turn. So basically, he's just got his granddad weed. Up above, I'm assuming. Well, that's at least good. You looking for work? Good, I've something you can help with. I've got a team of miners in the Dragon Tail, but 3 of them are working well past the end of their shift. I want you to go in there and tell them to get back here now. You'll receive fair coin for your troubles. A relatively minor issue. When I do dad jokes, it's okay. When other things do dad jokes, it's not fair. They need to A, come up with a new map. B, just make it King's Canyon permanently. Shift's finished, has it? I didn't hear the bell. I suppose I'll have to make do with this haul. It should earn me enough to keep my wife and little ones fed for the time being. I'd stay for longer if I could, but I'd better do as boss says. Lethargic miner. Oh, time to go back, is it? Thank goodness, I've had more than enough of this for one day. It was much less tiring when we had Talos to do all the hard work. Now it's down to pickaxes and explosives. Pretty poor substitute, if you ask me. Of course, we used to dig up a lot more back then too. At this rate, I'll have to consider taking up another profession. Havenstein sent you here to tell me that? Lazy bastard couldn't be asked to come and say it himself then. And I don't know why he bothers making us work in shifts. Everyone needs to take turns, he says. Pah! There's hardly anybody left. Most of the others have gone to seek their fortunes elsewhere. Besides us, there are only a handful of miners left in Twine. On the bright side, that means there's more for me to dig up. I guess I can afford to stop for a bite to eat, though. I apologise to anyone who reads my lips for the words. Like anyone who struggles with hearing or anything, but I had to cover up my mouth then because I still had a bit of peanut in my mouth. And I'd rather be a little polite. I'm not a complete savage. Only slightly. Only slightly. Good work, Sinner. They all made it back in one piece. They went at the meal we'd prepared like a pack of hungry coyotes. Nothing beats eating your fill at the end of a hard day. Of course, everyone in Trine is here to work. This is a mining town, and only those who contribute are allowed to stay. We've always got room for someone like you, though. What is my inventory like at the moment? Not too bad. But me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the gemstone I was going to give you, I lost it on the way back from the mine. It was right there in my hands, I swear. Then how'd you end up losing it? I don't care what you dug up. It won't be paying off your tab while it's sitting in some ditch. I ain't making it up, honest. Are you there? You don't look like the sort to turn your back on a man who's down on his luck. Help me find it, would you? Here, take this lantern. The gemstone will glint when the light hits it. Bring it to me and I'll think of some way to pay you back. Da ba 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 da ba. Poof. Oh no, wherever would you fuck off? Wherever could it be, I wonder? Something is glimmering in the light of a lantern. No fucking way. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Did you find it? Yeah. Yeah. It's a miracle. Ahem, I think this should cover it. Certainly does, but from now on you'll pay up front for every drink. No more tabs. I wonder if I'll be able to find any more stones like that. Folk at the Crystarium use them as lenses in some sort of magical cannons, so they sell for a hefty price. If I manage to dig any more up, I'll take care not to drop them. Next time I might not have someone like you around to help me. Many thanks to you, friend. We be getting through, boys. 5 more here. Could I ask a favour? My 2 brothers set out for Mount Biran mines to see if there's anything worth salvaging, but they've been gone an awfully long time. Would you be able to go and look for them? I'd go myself, but I hear the place is crawling with all sorts of nasty creatures, and fighting is not my forte. I don't expect you to do it for free, of course. Bow, 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 bow. Who are you? I need to drink quickly, one sec. She was bloody right when she said it was dangerous here. We ran into a pack of coyotes and we were separated when we tried to outrun them. I got away, but I don't know what's happened to my brother. Hopefully he found somewhere to hide. Will you help me look for him? Yeah, freaky head monster. Wherefore art thou, hidden person? Good conversation, mate. A 9 sent you to find us? Thanks, stranger. I'd better go and see if my brother is alright. This seems to be a quest line. I never thought I'd be so happy to see him. Now that we've got reinforcements, we should be able to carry on where we left off. It will be a lot easier with someone to cover our backs. I was right. Hold on now, she didn't come in for that. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let me give you this. It's the least we can offer you for coming to our rescue. If you're willing to take on some more work, we'd be glad for your assistance. We actually came here not to gather rocks and such as you might expect in a mine, but to timber. We're hoping to repair our house and we'll take whatever we can get our hands on. In fact, rather than have you guard us, it might be more efficient to have you collect wood too. Let's split up, but keep a close eye on each other and try not to wander. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Be gone. One discarded timber, should I say. And 2 discarded timber. It's going down. I'm yelling. Timber. What have you found? Nice and strong, free from rot. That should be enough for now. The 2 of us will carry this back to Twine. By the sounds of it, a 9 was planning on paying you for coming to our rescue, so I'll tell her to throw in the coin for helping us with the timber too. A music mount. So we got 4 more after this, assuming none of them are quest line, and 6 more up here, assuming none of them are quest line. So that's 10 more quests. So let's guesstimate about another half an hour to go. I love this music. I think this is a really underrated song in this game. There you are. The boys told me what you did for them. Now you might think that they're idiots for going out to Mount Biran mines to collect timber of all things. I mean, they're still idiots, don't get me wrong, but the idea isn't entirely without merit. You see, the closure of the Daedalus stoneworks meant that we had to rely on goods brought in from other lands, and the prices ranged from expensive to ludicrous. That's why we tried to make do with what's available, which as you can tell is not an awful lot, but no matter how hard up we may be, we still have each other. I can't thank you enough for seeing my brothers got home safe and sound. I sure hope that isn't a house. No, don't hit me. Oh wait, you're not Gooflogger. He's a local thug who I made the mistake of drinking with. I ended up saying all sorts of things like, think you're tough, do you? My mate could wipe the floor with you. Gods only know why I said that. There ain't a word of truth in it. Of course, he didn't see the funny side. He told me to bring this friend of mine or he'd fight me instead. So I was wondering, could you go and sort him out for me? I'll make it worth your while, I swear. Yeah, let's go beat up this dude. I bought her just like I said I would. Scrawny streak of piss like you, don't make me laugh. I've killed sin eaters with my bare hands, so you won't even make me break a sweat. And after I'm done with this feeble sack of shite, you're next. Yeek. Since I'm feeling generous, I'll let you take the first swing, but better make it a good one, because you won't get a second chance. So boom, 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 shooty, explosions, death, awesomeness, amazing explosion things. Oh, it slowed down. Got him. Bloody hells, you actually did it. Alright, let's head back before any of the wildlife takes an interest in us. Yes, because I'm so scared of wildlife. No. That makes me dizzy. Do I need to repair it all? Doesn't seem like it. That ought to take him down a peg or two. I doubt he'll stick around here after a beating like that. And I'll have to choose who I drink with more carefully from now on. I've got a habit of saying all sorts of nonsense when I'm in my cups. It's damn near earned me an early grave, and I'm lucky that you showed up when you did. Many thanks to you. Oh yeah, baby. Gods, this whole place is falling apart. My job is to order materials for repairs, but the budget is so tight I can't afford to buy more than is absolutely necessary. Ugh, the supplier will be here soon. I still haven't finished with my checks. There's no time, no time. I know. If you have a look around the place and see what needs fixing, I'll work out which materials we should order. These travelling peddlers don't hang around, so I've got to have everything ready before she moves on. You'll help with Peel of Twine, won't you? I know you would. I knew you would, should I say. Fa da ta ta la ba da ba. Oh, what joyous interactions. There is a deep split in the support beam. If this breaks, the whole building might come down. The whole building. The frame is warped and the door rattles in the breeze. Well, another problem might be that you've got pieces of wood pinned onto it. Just don't play with passive people then, forehead. These hinges have seen better days. One good slam and the whole door is liable to fall off. Just don't do it then, forehead. Don't do it then, 27 head. Gods be good, it's worse than I thought. Alright, here's what we need. My, the paltry amount I will make from this is hardly worth the effort. That's all we can afford at present. Maybe if your prices weren't so extortionate, we'd get a bit more from for our gill. This might take a while, but you've played your part. Short and coin though we are, it's worth paying you for your help. Considering the amount we'll save from ordering only the bare necessities, you have my thanks. Shifty-eyed miner. Listen, I need your help. Please give this message to that merchant passing through from the Quistarium, heading east. If you hurry, you should be able to catch him. It's a matter of life and death. I'd go myself, but I've got allergies. I almost went to pick up that next quest. It's against my quest religion. Remember when we came up here and that place was just a fucking bustling amount of bullshit? Where is... For a start, you can just go fuck yourself, mate. Be gone. Go away. Oh, may I help you? A letter. Let's see. My hard-working errand girl will deliver one pristine debitage soulstone, which I believe should serve as ample payment for my usual order. Not a bad deal from where I stand. I'm prepared to wait if you still need time to fulfill your side of the bargain. That's the first I've heard of it, but shouldn't be a problem. Such loyalty. Your master is blessed indeed to have a servant as reliable as you. There are plenty of debittages roaming around here, but I hear the soul stones are often damaged in the process of slaying them. And let's not forget that I was promised one in pristine condition. For what it's worth, I'll be cheering you on. Quietly, of course. You are dead now. Good thing I saved him, because now I can kill him. What? It's not a guaranteed loot drop. I take exception to that. You are dead. Wow. This is very unlike Final Fantasy. Hey, there we go. Is that a soul stone I spy? Debitaged soul stone. Yes, that's lovely. Alchemists will pay handsomely for one this large. And here is the ale your master requested. His usual order. It may only be one bottle, but you won't find anybody else selling it in the whole of Araeng. Wow. This is quite a cool monster. Like, I know obviously it's from I want to say Final Fantasy VI, but I think I've been just an idiot. But yeah, it's cool, is what I'm saying. So I trust everything went well. Smash the bottle. No, what have you done? All that precious ale gone to waste. Well, it's not like I paid anything for it. If this is all I get by way of comeuppance, I haven't done too badly. I do feel a tiny bit guilty about making you risk your life fighting angry rock giants a tiny bit. You can hardly blame a man for finding his own entertainment now. There's not much to do around here, as you can see, but you've given me a few laughs, that's for sure. I like that I could smash a bottle. I tell you, this windmill gives me nothing but grief. That damn thing won't stop creaking. Putting thistle mole oil on the moving bits at the top makes it turn more smoothly. And I'd get up there and do it myself if I hadn't thrown my back out, not to mention we've used our supply of the stuff. Would you be willing to do it? There's coin in it for you. Oh, my back hurts actually, now that he mentions it. It shouldn't be too hard to find thistle moles around here. Give them a few licks and they'll keel right over. Wringing out the fat is a pain in the arse though. Once you've got a decent amount, bring it to me. Come here, little thistle mole. You are dead. Well, that died faster than I thought it would. Now there's a woman who smells like she skinned a mole too. Whew. Yes, that ought to do it. Give me a moment and I'll fix up a batch of the oil. There you go, already now. There you go, already. Now be a good lass and climb up to top and spread this on the movie bits. Don't ask me what they're called, I didn't build the bloody thing. I'm assuming it would probably have a fit if I tried to just climb it normally. Windmills movie bits. Good work. I'm not sure if the creaking had any negative effect on the mill itself, but it was bloody annoying. I suppose you're wondering what we'd need a windmill for in the first place, seeing as we've no crops to mill into flour. It's actually used for drawing up water from deep underground. Of course, if anything were to go wrong, we'd have a serious problem on our hands, and it's my job to make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, here's your payment. You've earned it. I'm wondering if the flickering is less my camera and more my light, but I think it might be the camera. It looks unusually light today though, on my camera I mean, like my face does. But there's another settlement done, so we got this area over here. And then we shall teleport to the Free Company house and do the usual speaky speaks. Uplander has speaky speaks. Gone. Where is that nephew of mine? I sent him to Twine on an errand a while ago and he has still not returned. If your travels happen to take you that way, could you keep an eye out for him? Knowing him, he probably forgot to take any water and is lying in a ditch somewhere. Perhaps you should take this just in case. If he is thirsty, give him some to drink, and if he's sleeping, pour it on his head to wake him up. I like how my armadillo bowler has gone in the bucket. Almost a clean zone. And then we only have 3 more areas left. Where is this person? Why does this desert have to be so dry? Never been so thirsty. Need water. You have saved me from certain death. Well, extreme first at the very least, but how did you know? My uncle. I just wanted to make him proud, to show my gratitude to him for raising me, but all I do is cause problems. No point moping about though. I'll have to do better next time. Thank you for the water, it was much appreciated. Yeah man. Yeah man, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So providing this isn't a quest line, 5 to go. My nephew made it back alive. I was so relieved to see him. I only sent him to deliver some smoked lizard meat, but I had no idea it would end like this. Still, it's important for both Garrick and Twine to send these kind of supplies back and forth. I wish we still had a Talos, so then my nephew would not have to go on such dangerous trips. He might be a fool, but he is a good boy at heart. Thank you for helping him return to safety. Thank me for finally sort of never learning English properly. It is a dire emergency. Dire indeed. You must help. Follow me. I will explain everything. Why must I follow you? Who are you doing? Explain stuff to me. Just tell me. Hear my plea, noble traveller. My son was playing with his favourite gemstone and somehow ended up on that balcony there. I told him, if it is so precious, you should stop throwing it around like that. But alas, my word fell on deaf ears. It looked so pretty, shining through the air. Oh, how it sparkled. Enough of that, you fool. As you can see, it's way too high for any of us mod to reach. We are simply not built for such acrobatics. I have a feeling that you would fare better. This way, please. I mean, I could just fly. With your strong legs, you should be able to reach the roof by jumping from that plank over there. Though the endeavour may be fraught with peril, you must get my son's gemstone back, or I shall never hear the end of it. Wow, what a jump! Imagine that. Where is my gemstone? Ah, I thought I would never see it again. I'm so happy. Father gave this to me. See how it shines? I wanted to see it twinkling from above like a star. But if you want to see stars, you need only look at the night. Need only look to the night sky. Yes, mother, you are right. This is my star. I shall keep it with me always. Though we may never be able to repay your kindness, honourable stranger, please accept this as a token of our gratitude. I will never forget you. I love how my dad didn't come back. We just kind of left him. Oh, what to do, what to do. I want to make a traditional Maud stew and I need only one more ingredient, amberweed. This has become evil. It has become scarce around here, except for in an area that is plagued by evil weapons. Funny name, not so funny when they're trying to kill you though. There is an especially horrible one called the Wandering Weapon, who the others seem to follow. If you could get rid of it, the rest might leave us alone. Then I can finally harvest amberweed in peace. So will you help us? Yes, yes I will, because I am a badass. Where is the spot? Is it gonna have little mobs with it? Little baby ones? You would have thought it would have little baby ones. Boom. Death. Music took a little while to kick in there. You did it! Hooray! Now that amberweed will be mine. But I wonder if the other evil weapons will come back. I hear they were made by the mages of Araeng from enchanted swords. Did not ask me how they ended up looking like that though. Apparently their masters disappeared after the flood. With no one to command them, they have been prowling around Amber, attacking everything that comes close. I hope that by getting rid of the wandering weapon, they will stay away for a while, but who can say? All I know is I can make my stew now. My stomach thanks you. Should do this one first. I have seen you around, traveller. You like making yourself useful, yes? There is work for you if you are willing. One of the lizards that I raised for meat escaped some time past. I thought it would have been eaten by predators by now, but a miner from Twine said that it attacked her. It seems to have grown into quite the brute. Which brings me to the job in question. I want you to put a stop to its mischief. Kill it, in other words. I would recommend softening its hide first with a splash of this oil. Once you've taken care of it, bring me its meat. No point letting it go to waste. I heard it was prowling around the outskirts of the village to the west, and I will know from the smell if you attempted to fob me off with the meat from another lizard, so do not even try. Come at me, lizard person. And now you are dead. Did my oil thing not... Why won't it let me... Oh, there we go. Now I am become death. Weird thing, it wouldn't let me use it. Two more quests, methinks, guys. Two more quests. Killed it, you say? Prove it. Very good. That beast put us through a lot of trouble, so it is about time we had something to show for it. They are usually quite harmless when they are young, but this one was a vicious little bastard even then. It serves him right for mauling passers-by if he had... Fucking hell, peanut went down my throat. If he had any sense, he would have disappeared for good. Anyway, I will drive his meat and send it to Twine by way of apology. For you, this should be ample reward. An ample reward. Imagine if I got all this EXP that it's giving me. You must be a traveller, yes? Then maybe you can help me. I was looking around an abandoned house and I found a map of Araeng with a big cross drawn on it. It can mean only one thing. Treasure. I want to go and look for it, but I have to stay here and guard the village. Could you go in my stead? If there are shinies to be had, we can share them, yes? Here, take my spade and dig away at the cross is. Use the rusty spade to dig at the designated location. Which would be over here. Rusted spade. You discovered a rotted chest buried in the soil. And then, once we find this in, it should just be this one last quest. And then we are art thou done. Show me what you've found. Show me and give me my spade back, please. Rotted chest, rusty spade. Oh, this must be very old. Let's just see what's inside. What? Nothing but junk? Rusty junk at that. Why would anyone bury this? Wait, is that a diary? I'm sure the former owner will not mind if I take a peek. It looks like the owner had to leave Araeng but was planning to come back one day. And if that day ever came, they wanted to dig up the diary and continue writing their life story. I wonder if that person is still alive. Probably not, judging by the state of his chest. It must have been buried for a long time. Maybe their children or their children's children will come in search of it. If I read the rest, maybe I can learn who this person was, and then I will put it back in a more sturdy box. And since there was no treasure to share, I will give you this instead as payment for your hard work. And now we move to the last quest. I say, I was wondering if you could help me. My chocobo and I are carrying goods from the Questarium, and we stopped off a long way to make use of a local well. Unfortunately, some of the residents did not take too kindly to our presence. They pelted us with clumps of strange-smelling powder, and we were forced to run. Terrible business, I tell you. Worst of all, I didn't even have a chance to draw any water. Unless I refill these skins, I fear we will have no choice but to turn around and go home. I did manage to catch the name of one of them all who came after us. Gil they calls him. I don't suppose you could have a word with him and find out why they took such offence. I believe that's one of the ones I've been helping. Yes, we chased them off because they were being followed by a pair of amber iguanas. Very dangerous they are. We cannot have people bringing them into the village. But if you kill 2 of these iguanas, your friend can use the well. Of course, the ones that were following him would be best, but if we can tell the difference, any of them will do. I want proof though. Bring me some of their meat, then we will talk. Well, it just so happens I happen to be a master in the degree of kicking your ass. Now, what we do is we absolutely fucking murder everything. See? So, have you done as I asked? Yes, I have. That is tomorrow's dinner taken care of? Alright, your friend can use the well and give him this. It is a powder made from the dried flesh from amber iguanas and mixed with the herbs. They cannot stand the smell, so we scatter it on ourselves to keep them away. And we go to him. What's this? Iguana repellent. Oh, thank you, Apex Legends update file, for covering my camera. Oh, that was so needed in the middle of my stream. I see, so they're willing to let us in, provided that we cover ourselves in this powder. Yes, I can see the logic in that. In fact, I fear we owe Gilgil and the others an apology. I feel a lot better about using their well once we've had the chance to clear the air. Of course, if it weren't for your help, we'd either be going home empty-handed, dying of thirst in the desert, or even being eaten by those horrible iguanas. 1,000 thank yous. And with that, unless the game decides to throw a cheeky on me, we have done every quest in Araeng, which leaves for another day the fairies of Elmeg, the forests of Raktika, and the zone of the Tempest. I will be moving to the Free Company, and I have my usual announcements to make, particularly regarding stuff. Thank you, Sandy. And we shall do our usual go inside. I hope I haven't got any Nia music on right now because they're always really funny with it. And then we shall do the usuals. No, that'll do. Actually, that might be a little too, give me a second, let's put... Good song. Much better. Right, so, that is all for the side quests of Araeng today. Next one will be Ilmeg, as I said, and then I will decide whether we're doing Rectica and Tempest separately or together. I don't know on that yet. We have a podcast on Saturday which will be about our ideal game. Now, fun fact, I haven't actually done the design of that yet, as in the script, or like the layout of like the general idea. I will probably be writing that up tomorrow. As I said, I intend to be getting Tony Hawk's at some point, which will be for lurk streams, and so that will be sometime over the next month. Now that we've reached affiliate, we have channel points, we have emotes currently in the works, and all stuff like that. So I'm actually looking for feedback about what people think should be added to the channel point system and stuff like that. I always love having more interactions. We've got like a couple of things that I've added, but obviously we only just got that today as of streaming this, so we're looking to expand on that. Twindle Muffins is exactly the currency, yes. Twindle Muffins is a joking, like, between friends insult that I call some of my IRL friends, and so the recommendation was to use it as our currency, our channel points. As I say, I'm looking for recommendations from that. If you join the Discord and poke me in that, that's probably where it will be mostly made. You know, most of the recommendations, if you put them in there, I will take a look at them and see what I can do about adding them to the channel. Obviously not everything will get in. If we think it's inappropriate or out like that, we won't add it in. Otherwise, just go down and do that. I don't think we've got any big announcements. I am going to Lincoln, which is part of it where I live in England. It's the other side of the country. On Sunday, most likely. And then I will probably be in Lincoln for about a month. This will not stop my streaming, nor will it stop our podcast. It will, however, mean that for the setup may be different. There may be different times with me streaming, and overall stuff will be a little different for at least the next month. Because I'll be in someone else's house staying as a guest, and they're nice enough to say that I can continue my streaming and stuff there, so that'll be the aim with that. But as I say, like, it may be a little hectic at first, but we'll figure it out. For the foreseeable month, more Final Fantasy, my ultimate progression and side quests will be going to the channel. I will try to find something else to do in the middle of them all, so it's not just Final Fantasy straight for the next month. Kenna Bridge of Spirits comes out in September now instead of August like I had originally hoped. It's been moved back, so that's waiting for a month. Otherwise, I'd like to thank everyone who's taken the chance to use the channel points today. It's been great to finally have them in the channel. I've truly wanted affiliate since we started, basically. Like, that has been my goal straight. That's all my mind has been set on. You can wait a minute, Slander. I would definitely like to thank the Devon Aspect for his Twitch Prime sub. That was great. We definitely didn't expect that, especially on our first day of being affiliate. So really thank you for that, Devon. And I'd like to thank everyone who's actually supported me since the channel's beginning, into getting us to affiliate. I know obviously to some people they might not consider like 50 followers like a big a big milestone, but reaching affiliate truly is, it's just such a great feeling for me, especially meaning as I did YouTube before and we never reached I did YouTube previously as TehNoobcake Gaming and we never reached really a big amount because of the way we structured how we did stuff, and it just burnt us out real quick and we never got anywhere. So to actually feel like I'm getting somewhere with this is truly great. We'll just be bringing more content in general. Otherwise, you know, if you haven't already, please go subscribe to the YouTube. We upload VODs there. Obviously there'll be a little wait time now because of us reaching an affiliate. It has some rules. If you haven't already, please follow on the Twitch so that you can get notified when we go live. Otherwise, please join the Discord, which will be in the info of the Twitch or YouTube video to whichever you are watching this on. And if you haven't, go to the other streaming service you haven't and subscribe or /follow. And yeah, as I said, Discord, Twitch or YouTube, find us all there. And otherwise, I will thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Later, guys.